I'm Danny Jacobs. I have the honor of serving as Executive Vice President, Provost, and Dean of the School of Medicine here at the University of Texas Medical Branch. It's my pleasure to welcome you to the 128th commencement exercises of the School of Medicine. Now, please remain standing and join Syncope, our student a cappella group, who will lead us in singing the Star Spangled Banner.
Can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Thank you very much, Syncope, and thanks to the Chamber Brass Quartet for providing music for today's ceremony. Chaplain Jose Cedillo will now give this morning's invocation. Chaplain?
Let us pray. God, creator and sustainer of all, we come before you with thankful hearts, as together we engage in this occasion of celebration, achievement, and accomplishments. We invoke your presence as we gather to recognize the achievements of the graduates of the class of 2018 and the inspiration provided by those who journeyed with them. We are grateful for the faculty and mentors who, through innovative leadership and a steadfast commitment, have concluded another journey of educating and inspiring these graduates. They are becoming skilled physicians and scientists dedicated to a lifelong learning, ready to serve diverse populations. We are especially grateful for the families and friends present and absent today who have journeyed with these graduates to those times of joy, difficulty, and trials. We are grateful to you, O God, creator and sustainer of all, and invoke your presence and blessings upon all of us today in this commencement ceremony that we're about to begin. This we pray in your holy name. Amen.
Thank you very much, Chaplain Cedillo. Please be seated. So as I said, it's an honor for me to be here with you all today, congratulating our class of 2018. Welcome to friends, family, faculty members, and other colleagues. Graduates, you should be very proud of all that you have achieved. I know at times it probably felt like this day would never come, but your persistence and commitment has served you well. It's a day of celebration to be sure, but as you probably know, your hard work is only just beginning. You've chosen a profession that will allow you to touch many lives, and your path forward will not be without some trying, difficult, and troubling times. But I know that your education and training at UTMB has left you well equipped to take on these challenges that will come your way. This is perhaps the first of what will surely be other transitions in your career and in your life. Today, for example, you transition from being medical students to being physicians, to be exact. From residencies, you will transition again, whether that's into a faculty position at an academic institution, a center like ours, or in private practice, or someplace else in the community, someplace else where you can serve. Our commencement speaker this afternoon, Dr. Rick Goodgame, is a shining example of service and transitions, in my opinion. in a career that has taken him to many fascinating places. I'm excited for you all to hear from him a little bit later in our program. But I'd like to share a passage with you that speaks to change and transitions. It reads, "Change is situational. Transition, on the other hand, is psychological. Without a transition, a change is just a rearrangement of the furniture. Unless transition happens, the change won't work because it doesn't take." That quote is from William Bridges, an author, speaker, and change management consultant. So what does that mean to someone like you, a new graduate from medical school, ready to embark on this next chapter of your professional lives? I believe Mr. Bridges' point about transition being psychological is key. As you move into your residencies or wherever you will serve, you'll be closing the chapter on your medical school journey, but how will you process that change? Besides the wealth of academic knowledge you've accumulated, what other lessons will stay with you? Of the relationships you formed in medical school, which ones will you sustain? If you're entering a residency, what things are you learning about where you will complete your residency training? What are you doing to prepare yourself to be as successful as possible there? I imagine it was a lot to think about, and certainly you may not have all the answers. I don't think we expect you to on your day of your graduation. I certainly didn't have the answers. Probably took me maybe 30 years. But how you work through these questions and arrive at these answers is what will define this particular moment, this particular transition in your life. And when this transition is approached thoughtfully, the change, your progression, your evolution to the next phase of your career and your life, in my opinion, will be more successful. I hope that as you reflect on your time spent at UTMB, you feel prepared to make good decisions, to collaborate effectively, to mentor and to be mentored, and to continue learning as a lifelong endeavor. Congratulations on all you've achieved so far. I'd like to offer the first round of applause. It's now a special pleasure for me to recognize Dr. David Callender, president of our university. We're honored that President Callender is here to preside over our ceremony. I'd like to also introduce some other of our leaders. Dr. Anish Bhardwaj is Associate Provost, Faculty Affairs and Professional Development. Dr. Vicki Freeman is Interim Dean of the School of Health Professions. Ms. Fran Hutchinson is Vice President of Academic Enterprise Finance. Dr. Deborah Jones is Senior Vice President and recently joined us as Dean of the School of Nursing. Ms. Carrie King is in the audience as Senior Vice President and General Counsel. Dr. Rex McCallum is here as Vice President and Chief Physician Executive. Dr. David Niesel also is present. He's Senior Vice President. He's our Chief Research Officer, and he's Dean of the Graduate School of Biomedical Sciences. Dr. Raymer, Senior Vice President, Health Policy and Legislative Affairs, is also here. Dr. Janet Sutherland is newly arrived on campus as Vice President of Interprofessional Education, Institutional Effectiveness, and she also will be directing our new Health Education Center. So please join me in recognizing these fine leaders. Thank you. Thank you very much. The mace that you noticed in the commencement procession bears the seal of the University of Texas and signifies the power and authority vested in the institution. This year, the mace is entrusted to the care of Senior Faculty Marshal Dr. Michael Borders, who is professor in our Department of Internal Medicine. Our chief faculty marshals this year are Dr. Judith Aronson, professor in our departments of pathology, microbiology, and immunology, Dr. Gail Olson, who's professor in our Department of Obstetrics and Gynecology. Our other faculty marshals are Dr. Matthew Dashow, who's associate professor in internal medicine, Dr. Loretta Grumbles, who's associate professor also in the Department of Internal Medicine, Dr. Christine Ngugliuza, who's professor in our Department of Surgery and Pediatrics, and Dr. Michael Malloy, who is professor in our Department of Pediatrics as well. Dr. Bihong Ping is associate professor in our Department of Neuroscience, Cell Biology, and Anatomy. Dr. Victor Serpina is professor in our Department of Family Medicine. Dr. Jarlinson is professor in our departments of microbiology, immunology, and pathology. And lastly, Dr. Brian Wong is associate professor in our Department of Ophthalmology and Visual Sciences. Please join me in a round of applause for these fine individuals. Thank you very much. Now it's my pleasure to turn the podium over to Dr. Callender.
Thank you, Dr. Jacobs. It's my pleasure to welcome everybody to this morning's ceremony. This is a wonderful and inspiring day for all of us gathered here to celebrate the transformation of medical student to physician. Graduates, today you will become alumni of the UTMB School of Medicine, joining generations of colleagues who have dedicated their lives to improving health throughout the world. This ceremony marks the culmination of an important step in the journey toward answering your calling to serve others. It has taken you many years of hard work, sacrifice, and dedication to reach this point. We are all very proud of your commitment, your effort, and your determination, and we cannot wait to see where you go next. You leave UTMB with a marvelous medical education that is second to none, thanks to our very renowned and distinguished faculty members who have worked diligently to prepare you so well. Their commitment to your education ensures that you'll not only be able to provide the best possible care to patients, but that you are also prepared to be the lifelong learners that it takes to be successful in our chosen profession. This is by design, for you will find, as every UTMB graduate before you has found, that there is always so much more to learn. As you prepare to move on to the next stage of your career, take advantage of the opportunities to absorb knowledge from your mentors, your colleagues, and your patients. And be generous with the knowledge that you have gained through training and practice. We learn best when we learn together. Now, as a physician, you will have the privilege to change lives. You will have a chance to collaborate in interdisciplinary teams to promote and improve health for patients throughout this country and in some cases around the world. Some of you will help foster new discoveries and approaches to care in an ever-changing healthcare landscape. These breakthroughs often occur through collaboration and persistence. Perhaps most importantly, I encourage you to learn to listen to colleagues, to patients, to their families, to the new graduates who will one day follow in your footsteps. For the ability to listen well is the foundation for excellence in the health sciences. So no matter the path you choose as a physician, we at UTMB look forward to hearing of your future successes as leaders in healthcare. I know that you will continue the legacy of distinguished UTMB alumni who have been recognized for their service and leadership, much like our Ashbel Smith Distinguished Alumni Award recipients are being recognized today. And as you enter this next stage of your medical career, remember to always act with integrity and to always strive for excellence. Also, think big. Your creative and innovative ideas can and will make a real and positive difference for the health of others. Be lifelong learners, always advancing your knowledge and the impact it has on others. Be bold in thought and also in action. Be passionate about what you believe and compassionate in your approach to honoring those beliefs. Be ready to take steps forward and to accept with grace the setbacks that will inevitably occur. When I look at the graduates in the audience today, I see the future of healthcare. And I can say with complete confidence, the future of healthcare is very bright indeed. So congratulations and best wishes for the success that we know you will achieve in the future.
Thank you, Dr. Callender. I would now like to again formally recognize the parents, spouses, family members, and friends whose support have helped make this day possible for our graduates. Class of 2018, please join me in a round of applause for your supporters. Now, I would be remiss if I didn't acknowledge your extended family at UTMB, your faculty, our faculty members. We're all indebted to them. Their support is also crucial for your success. Without outstanding faculty members, UTMB would not be the unique learning community that it is today. UTMB is home to world-class scholars, scientists, clinicians, and educators, and their teachings are vital to helping you and future generations succeed. Our faculty members have instilled in you, I hope and I believe, the social, moral, and ethical obligations of our profession. So now please join me in a round of applause for our faculty members. Thank you. Thank you very much. With this important milestone, class of 2018, you're also officially entering the UTMB alumni family. It's our hope that as you go forward, you will stay connected with your alma mater. Our alumni are a distinguished group. They're passionate in their efforts to facilitate a rewarding and vibrant educational experience for you all. So on behalf of UTMB alumni, Dr. Neil Green is here, and he's going to deliver a brief message. Dr. Green?
Thank you, Dr. Jacobs and Dr. Callender. I would like to say good morning to each of you and to all the parents, family, and friends that are here. And again, I'd like to welcome you to this ceremony. I am Dr. Neil Green, and I am a member of the class of 1971. I'm president of the Alumni Association and its board of trustees. My message to you is simple. When it comes time to pay your dues, pay your dues. Join the Alumni Association. You're joining a proud tradition of graduates that began in 1891. Since that time, the medical school here in Galveston has graduated more than 14,500 medical graduates. They've trained more physicians than any other medical school in Texas. I urge you to never lose sight of what is best for your patients, what is best for their well-being, and remember that they are number one. I also urge you, as young physicians, to become a member of the medical community where you live, in your state, your medical societies, your state medical association, and your specialty society. Now, as students, the Alumni Association has provided you with your white coats. They've provided you with your honor council pins. They've sponsored your match day celebration. They've provided mentoring opportunities and funded numerous student-driven initiatives. Today, it's an honor to provide you with your first year of membership in the Alumni Association free, without cost, and to provide you with your match day photo. Both of these will be in your diplomas when you pick them up. The Medical Schools Alumni Association provides opportunities for alumni and their friends to stay connected with UTMB. They remain connected through communications, programs, and services that foster a lifetime relationship with the University of Texas Medical Branch. Again, I encourage you, when the time comes, to pay it forward, to pay your dues and to join your alumni association, because you are members informally as of this point or after today, but formally, we would like you to always remain members. Texas is the fastest growing state in the Union. The number of physicians per 100,000 Texas population, however, ranks in the lowest 10% of the nation. Healthcare reform is fundamentally changing the way medicine will be practiced in the world today. Please stay involved with your local medical society and with your associations. Staying engaged at these levels can assure that you stay informed about medicine's changes, about continuing medical education opportunities, and about the current political climate that affects the practice of medicine. Once again, I want to congratulate each one of you and all of you for your achievements and for graduating from the University of Texas Medical Branch, and I want to urge you to pay your dues when the time comes.
Dr. Green. We will now recognize students who have achieved special honors. Dr. Charles Mouton, our Vice Dean for Academic Affairs, will present the William N. and Ida Zen Alpha Omega Alpha Award. Dr. Mouton.
Thank you, Dean Jacobs. The William N. and Ida Zen Alpha Omega Alpha Award Scholarship Fund was established by Mr. William N. Zen of Galveston in 1955. The purpose of the endowment is to award the graduating student in the School of Medicine showing the highest scholarly and intellectual attainment. It is with great pleasure that I present the 2018 Alpha Omega Alpha Award to the graduating student with the highest cumulative grade point average at the end of 4 years of study. Would Eric Joseph Sanders please come forward to receive this award? Now I would like to introduce Senior Class Vice President Sophia Buenaventura, who will present the James W. Powers Memorial Award and the Gold-Headed Cane Award. Ms. Buenaventura.
Thank you. The James W. Powers Memorial Award honors a teacher of clinical subjects who, by his or her example of instruction, has made an outstanding contribution to the central task of the University of Texas Medical Branch at Galveston, the creation of physicians capable of practicing both the art and the science of medicine. The graduating class in the School of Medicine selects the recipient. The 2018 recipient is Dr. Bernard M. Carnath. Dr. Carnath, please come forward. The Gold-Headed Cane Award was established on the campus of the University of Texas Medical Branch in 1960 by the late Dr. Charles T. Stone, a 1915 UTMB alumnus and a longtime chairman of the university's Department of Internal Medicine. As president of the fourth-year class, it is an honor to participate in the ceremony. You will find the story of the gold-headed cane printed in the program. This award is given to bring the art of medicine more prominently to the attention of the students, and is given to the student who, in the opinion of his or her peers, best exemplifies the qualities of the practice of the art of medicine. Will the 5 finalists please come forward as their names are called? Paul Hai Bowie. Logan Philip Grimes. Carolyn Coyle Hessen. Thomas Merrill Johnson. Transon Vu Nguyen. And it is my great pleasure to present the 2018 Gold-Headed Cane Award to Transon Vu Nguyen. Congratulations, Mr. Transon.
Thank you very much, Ms. Buenaventura, and congratulations to all of our finalists and award winners. It's now my pleasure to recognize the 2018 recipients of the Asheville Smith Distinguished Alumnus Award. This is the highest honor given by the School of Medicine. Our honorees received a replica of Old Red at a special ceremony we had last night. Today they will receive medallions bearing the likeness of Asheville Smith. Please look at your programs for extensive or extended biographies of our award winners. Our first honoree is Dr. George R. Brown. Dr. Brown received his medical degree from UTMB in 1962. An accomplished radiation oncologist, he has presented nationally and internationally on breast and gynecological cancer, and for many years organized and moderated a very successful annual radiation oncology cancer symposium for physicians. He was a co-founding physician of the Austin Cancer Centers in 1997 and retired from private practice in 2016. It's my pleasure to present the Asheville Smith Distinguished Alumnus Award to Dr. George Brown. Dr. Brown? Our second honoree couldn't be with us today, but I want to tell you a bit about him. It's Dr. Donald Butts. Dr. Butts' class of 1962 was president of Houston's Colon and Rectal Clinic for 22 years. He also served as chief of medical staff at the Houston Northwest Medical Center. Early in his career, he served in the United States Navy as a lieutenant. He's taught more than 120 colon and rectal surgeons over a span of 45 years in his career. So we're pleased to have the opportunity to welcome him to the family of distinguished winners last night. Our third honoree is Dr. Michael Malloy. Dr. Malloy is a neonatologist who earned his medical degree from UTMB in 1973. He has a passion for medical education. He's been instrumental in developing the governing and fiscal policies of the John P. McGovern Osler Student Societies and has been recognized by the John P. McGovern Academy of Auxiliary Medicine with an award for excellence in clinical teaching. He currently is the editor of the Auxiliary newsletter for the American Osler Society and is working on a certificate in the history of medicine from Johns Hopkins University. Dr. Malloy? Our next honoree is Dr. Leonard Marks. Dr. Marks is professor and the inaugural holder of the Decarnian Chair in Urology at the David Geffen School of Medicine at the University of California, Los Angeles. A 1969 graduate of UTMB, he founded the Urological Sciences Research Foundation. During his practice for many years, he was a principal investigator of 3 separate R01 awards from the National Cancer Institute. These research projects were devoted to targeted prostate biopsies and focal therapy for prostate cancer. So I'm pleased to present the Asheville Smith Distinguished Alumnus Award to Dr. Marks. Dr. Marks. Our final honoree is Dr. Jack McAninch. Dr. McAninch earned his medical degree from UTMB in 1964 and is recognized worldwide as a leader in clinical outcomes research in the area of urotrauma and reconstructive urological surgery. He's been president of the American Board of Urology, the American Urological Association, the Society of International Urology, and the Society of Genital Urinary Reconstructive Surgeons. He became professor emeritus at the University of California, San Francisco in 2013, but he continues his research and teaching there. I'm honored to present this award to him as well. Dr. McAninch. It's now my pleasure to introduce today's commencement speaker, our own Dr. Rick Goodgame. Dr. Goodgame is a professor of medicine in our Department of Internal Medicine, where he is a gastroenterologist and a therapeutic gastrointestinal endoscopist. He earned a Bachelor of Arts degree from Vanderbilt University, his medical degree from Johns Hopkins, and completed his internal medicine training at Johns Hopkins and also at the Massachusetts General Hospital. He completed his gastroenterology training at Baylor. For the first 12 years of his career, he concentrated on global health. He spent 2 years, for example, working for the Rockefeller Foundation in the Caribbean on the island of St. Lucia. There he studied and treated schistosomiasis. This is a disease that's caused by parasitic flatworms, and it affects actually 200 million people worldwide, for example. He subsequently spent 10 years at one of Africa's great medical schools, the Makerere University School of Medicine and Mulago Hospital in Kampala, Uganda. He was a medical missionary with a principal assignment to teach internal medicine in the medical school and to supervise the internal medicine training program. During this time, he studied and wrote extensively about HIV and the epidemic in Africa. Dr. Goodgame and his family returned to the United States in 1990. At that time, he joined Baylor College of Medicine as a professor of medicine, and he also was director of gastroenterology hepatology and their fellowship training program there. He somehow found the time to serve as chief of gastrointestinal endoscopy at Ben Taub Hospital for about 20 years. We were fortunate to welcome Dr. Goodgame to UTMB in 2008, just after Hurricane Ike, when he was invited to help with the internal medicine residency training program. He remained director of that program until 2017. In all the positions that Dr. Goodgame has held at every institution where he has worked, some portion of his work has always been in education. That's been extremely important to him. He's earned more accolades for teaching and education than I can even begin to name. He's been a hooter at many of our commencement ceremonies, and I'm delighted to welcome him here in a slightly different role as our commencement speaker. Dr. Goodgame.
Parents and family, I congratulate you on these, your graduates. Thank you so much for the countless ways you've helped these graduates. Graduates, I hold you all in very high esteem. Congratulations. I want to tell you a story. I usually tell stories, you know. I want to tell you a story about Francis Collins. For the last 9 years, Dr. Francis Collins has been head of the National Institutes of Health. He runs that organization. It has an annual budget of $32 billion. It's the largest research funding organization in the world. He's our nation's chief scientist. He also is an interesting guy. Some people would say he's a little quirky. He loves motorcycles. He has a big Harley Road King classic motorcycle that he rides to the NIH every day if it's not raining. He likes to go fast. I heard him say that on the Stephen Colbert show. He's a regular attender on Colbert's Report and the Late Night with Stephen Colbert. He gets on that show because he's a guitar-playing singer-songwriter. He takes 60s and 70s rock and roll songs, he's about my age, and turns them into silly songs about jeans and sequencing and genetic and scientists and the like. He also is outspoken about his religious faith. He has a website about God. He wrote a book about God called The Language of God, and that's where I first read about his story. Before he was the director of the NIH, he was the director of the Human Genome Project. That project lasted 15 years. It was a massive undertaking to sequence all 20,000 human genes in the human genome. I'm amazing this guy is getting that kind of stuff. Right. It's 20,000 genes. Did you get that? Okay, thank you very much. Anyway, he finished that job 2 years ahead of schedule and millions of dollars under budget. Before he was the director of the Human Genome Project, he was a basic science geneticist. His team invented a brand new way to sequence genes very rapidly. The old method was called gene walking because of the way the proteins moved along the genome. His method was called gene jumping, and he revolutionized the whole process of gene sequencing. And before that, he was just like you. He was a graduating senior from the University of North Carolina School of Medicine, sitting there like you're sitting there. He didn't know what the next 40 years would bring into his life. You don't know what those years are going to bring into your life. But he had a strong impression. I've read some of the stuff he has reflecting on his time at your stage. He had a strong impression that his life would make a big, powerful, positive difference in the lives of many people and patients. These are my 4 points. Number 1, I believe you will make a powerful, positive effect in the lives of many people. Number 2, I do not believe that you will make a positive effect on every patient you see. You know, medical systems aren't that robust. Funding is not that generous to patients or to institutions. And human disease has too much a spectrum of severity for that to be true. But if you love your patients, every one of them, that's 3, 4, you will have a powerful, positive effect on the lives of many patients, one patient at a time. Now, here's the story. In 1989, Collins had just worked out the detail of gene jumping, and I think he was on a roll. He got a letter in the mail saying, "Dear Christian Medical Society member." He had gotten this same letter several years before. "We are again hosting our annual CME, Continuing Medical Education Conference, for medical missionaries in Africa, in Nairobi, Kenya, this summer. We're again asking you to volunteer 3 weeks of your time, go to a mission hospital in Africa, take care of the business that those missionaries usually do, treating patients, making rounds, etc., while they're at their conference." It struck him differently that time. He talked to his college-age daughter, said, "Hey, would you like to go to Africa?" "Africa, yes. I've always wanted to go to Africa." "Yeah, let's go. You've even said you want to go to Africa. Let's go to Africa." They went to Africa. They went to Eku, Nigeria, small mission hospital, rural Nigeria. And while the people who were normally at that hospital were there. And he got oriented. His daughter got a job to do. They figured out inpatient, outpatient, various other things, and went to work. And by about 4 days, he was profoundly discouraged. It was a classic case of culture shock. But here's what he says in his book. I was exhausted, frustrated, discouraged. There were not enough beds. There were patients on the floor, in the halls, on the verandas. There wasn't enough food. The whole outskirts of the hospital looked like a tent camp. Families had to come and cook food for their own patients. The severity of disease was just terrible. People wouldn't come to the hospital until the very last minute, even had to be carried there. High mortality rate. But the thing that bothered Dr. Collins the most was the things he was seeing were preventable and treatable infectious diseases. It was as if there was no public health infrastructure at all. Malaria, tuberculosis, typhoid fever, tetanus, preventable or treatable diseases early in their course, people were dying. He said, I can't believe that I thought I would have a positive influence in this place. I don't believe you're going to have a positive influence on every patient you see. But if you love every single patient, then you will have a positive influence. Love is God's way of relating. Love is a fullness that you have, that you're ready to empty into someone else's life. Love is that intention to promote the well-being of every patient, especially the one that's right here, right now, by you. Love is that commitment to do the right thing at the right time in the right way. And if you love, you will make a difference, one patient at a time. So he was really discouraged. The gloom was laying heavy on his head. He was there in the outpatient clinic the next day, and he saw his next patient being carried in by the family and some attendants. He was put on the stretcher, and he walked over, and he reached out, and he felt for the pulse, and began to engage. He could speak a little English. He was a rural Nigerian farmer, a young guy. He'd been sick for about 3 months. And as Collins was palpating the radial pulse, he was having trouble. Sometimes the pulse was there. Sometimes it wasn't there. He tried the other arm, and he got it, and then it went away. Then it came back, and then it went away. He looked at the patient's chest, and he saw whenever the patient took a breath of air, the pulse went away. Whenever he exhaled air from his lung, the pulse came back. Collins said, I've read about this. I've taught about this. I've never seen it. This is a paradoxical pulse. This patient has pericardial tamponade. Things came to him real fast. We're seeing so much tuberculous disease in every organ system. Tuberculous pericarditis must be common here. This patient has a lot of fluid in the sac that surrounds our heart. The fluid builds up because of the infection there in the sac around the heart and compresses the heart, so the heart cannot any longer perform its normal pumping function. He was thinking, he said, we could start the patient on anti-tuberculous chemotherapy, but it would take weeks for it to work. The only thing that we can do to save his life before giving his medicine is to take a needle and put it under the breastbone and draw the fluid out from around the heart, a pericardiocentesis. He excused himself from the outpatient clinic and he went around and talked to everybody in the hospital, and he said, hey, by the way, who's the pericardiocentesis person? Who's the what? And he went through the whole hospital. There was nobody there who had ever seen or performed a pericardiocentesis. And they said, Dr. Collins, you're the guy. You're the guy. He knew the patient was going to expire if something wasn't done. He went around, got a syringe, a long needle, a stopcock, a piece of rubber tubing to get that fluid out. Trembling probably, he doesn't say that. He went back, he told the patient in detail the severity of his condition, the fact that the procedure was dangerous. If the needle went too far, it would hit the heart or lacerate the coronary arteries and kill the patient. If it was successful, there was a chance that he could be cured by anti-tuberculous chemotherapy. The patient said, Doctor, if you can, please help me. Semi-recumbent position, angled the needle in the left xyphosternal angle, advanced the needle, sucking, and hoping not to penetrate the left ventricle. And just a few seconds after advancing toward the left shoulder, there was a gush of red fluid into the syringe. He thought immediately, like anybody who's ever done a bloody paracentesis, I'm in the ventricle, I've lacerated the coronary artery, the patient's a goner. But as he emptied one or few syringefuls, he realized that's not dark, red, thick blood. That's the blood-tinged pericardial fluid. This is working. This is working. He got a quart and maybe some more, and the whole countenance of the patient completely was transformed. A smile came to his face. That was enough for him. He pulled out. Everything was great. That night, the patient peed off all of his excess fluid. When he saw the patient the next day, he was a new person. But for Collins, the gloom was still there. The negative, what am I doing here? Terrible place, terrible situation, terrible illness. He said, even that man, I did something for him, but he probably won't take his medicines. Or he can't afford his medicines. Or one of those other infections will kill him. What good have I really done? He was rounding, he greeted the patient, and he saw he was better, and he went to step away. And the patient said, excuse me, doctor, but I don't think you know why you're here. Collins was amazed that that African man could look directly into his heart. In fact, he didn't know. The man said, I can answer that question. You're here because of me. Collins said, very literarily, I put a needle close to that man's beating heart, but his words were like a stake driven through my own heart. I had come to Africa with grandiose and egotistical expectations of doing good on a grand scale. I'd overlooked the importance of simple loving kindness, directed one human being to another, one patient at a time. I believe you're going to make a powerful, positive influence on the lives of many patients. Not every patient. But if you love, love is that fullness that pours itself into another. Love is that intention to promote the well-being of every single patient. Love is that commitment to do the right thing at the right time in the right way. If you love every single patient, you will make a powerful, positive difference in the lives of many, many. One patient at a time. May God bless you as you do it.
Thank you. Fantastic. Now Dr. Mouton is going to come and introduce our speaker, our next speaker.
It's my pleasure to introduce our 2018 School of Medicine Commencement class speaker, Mr. Zachary Ashmore. Go ahead, you can use it. Mr. Ashmore was selected by his class to deliver this address. Mr. Ashmore received his Bachelor of Business Administration from Baylor University in Waco, Texas. His honors include the annual John R. Calvary Award for Excellence in Neurology, Best Poster in Family Medicine, Patient-Centered Medical Home, Best Poster in Public Health, Bailey R. Collins Scholarship, the UTMB School of Medicine Class of 1952 Golden Anniversary Endowed Scholarship, the Barton Scholarship, and the Doctors Robert and Dorothy Spatz Scholarship. He is a member and president of the Alpha Omega Alpha Medical Honor Society, the Beta Gamma Sigma Business Honor Society, and the Gold Humanism Honor Society. Throughout his time at UTMB, Mr. Ashmore has volunteered for organizations such as the Craig Physical Medicine and Rehabilitation Clinic and the Coastal Community Church, where he was invited to speak to the youth group. Mr. Ashmore led tutor sessions for all first-year medical classes and facilitated small groups for the summer prep program for incoming medical students. Mr. Ashmore will be continuing his medical education at Grand Strand Medical Center in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina for his internship, followed by a residency in physical medicine and rehabilitation at the Mayo Clinic in Rochester, Minnesota. He will also come back to UTMB when he finishes, like he promised me yesterday, and help us on faculty. Please join me in welcoming this exemplary student, Mr. Zachary Ashmore.
Thank you for that kind introduction, Dr. Mouton. We all really appreciate your oversight of our class this last year as well. I want to spend some time just thanking everyone who has gone into making today possible for all of us. There are so many of you, and I think it's just a great opportunity to honor you. Thank you so much to Dr. Callender, Dr. Jacobs, and the rest of the administration. We value you very much. Thank you to my family, my wife Caitlin, my daughter Annabelle, my parents, grandparents, in-laws, and the families of all the graduates here today. Thank you to my mentors, Dr. Serpina, Dr. Jupiter, as well as many other mentors who are here, and the mentors of all of my classmates. We have a talented and a supportive faculty, and by that we have been very blessed. Thank you to so many others that I haven't been able to list today. You've all walked alongside of us these past years, and that has been truly meaningful for us. Well, I'm so glad to be standing before you all. My heart is full, and I'm really looking forward to being able to share some of my reflections with you. My classmates, thank you for honoring me by choosing me as your speaker. It really means a lot, and I want to spend some time honoring you all as well. I've been encouraged by you as we've gone through 4 years of triumphs and trials together. You have built character in me, and you have built character in one another. Some of you have demonstrated qualities of love, joy, peace, and patience that have been deeply impactful. And my hope is that everyone here can get some opportunity to be able to know some more of you all. So I'm going to share some things with them. When we first moved to the island, I've seen you help one another move each other in before you knew each other at all. I've seen you put on a smile in the anatomy lab for the 8th week straight when you didn't want to be there. I've seen you make surprised baked goods for each other just to make someone feel cared for. They were delicious, thank you. I've seen you form deep friendships with one another when you could have harbored competitive spirits instead. Thank you for your friendship. You've opened up your homes to one another. You've encouraged me in my identity when I tried to find it in a 3-digit number. You've surrounded each other in love and in support during the times of sickness and loss of loved ones. You have been there for the birth of each other's children, including my own daughter. Thank you for that. You've spent time running clinics for the destitute. You've sat beside patients with delusions of being Jesus just to befriend them and to love them. You've sat beside patients as they take their dying breath when they had no one else to be there for them. Patients who would have died somewhere in a hospital room alone in Jenny Seeley because they didn't have anyone who either knew that they were there or cared enough to be there. But you were there, and you did it in your free time. You've blessed them. I've seen you bring children into the world as they cry for the first time. I've seen you heartbroken over a young woman claimed by cancer. That was hard. I've seen you start chest compressions on a dying patient for the first time when it was the last thing that you wanted, but the only thing that you could do. I admire these things in you. I am thankful to have spent these years with you. At the root of everything that I've mentioned is a care and a compassion for humanity. You love each other and you love your patients. I don't mean to say that we've done that perfectly, but since we've come here, we have made that our goal and our purpose. And when we were all applying to medical school, in response to the question, why do you want to be a doctor? We all answered somewhere along the lines of, I care for people, or I want to help people, or maybe even, I've been given these talents and abilities, and I want to use them for something beyond myself. All the while, we had a conception of what it meant to care for patients, a conception of what it means to practice medicine, but we did not know what that looked like in reality. We had an ideal of what we wanted to accomplish, but we did not know how to do that. Now, we have understood what it means to care for humanity, and it has been so much more difficult than we originally thought. There have been great challenges, and the burdens on our minds, our bodies, and emotions have been real. There is a responsibility in situations that at times we feel are beyond us. And maybe we have to make decisions that we don't feel ready for, and it moves us. Can't we all remember a particular patient or a time that has changed the way that we think and feel from that moment onward? A sense of gravity is in the room every time that a patient's life is on the brink of change. There is a palpable tension that is present when you tell a woman that she has a misplaced pregnancy in her abdomen, that it ruptured, that it's bleeding, and without emergency surgery, she will die. All we can do is apply the scientific knowledge that we have gained, extend a healing hand, and at the end of the day, give up control. We are not gods. We are beggars of days. And the practice of medicine is a pleading that we might increase the quality and the quantity of those days and hopefully change that palpable tension into a healing atmosphere. Such an endeavor does lead to stresses on us, and it is no wonder that burnout is a popular topic in medicine and in the halls of UTMB today. Moving forward, we have to be aware of the tempting call of burnout because it will not become easier. I think one of the things that will be important in resisting it, and we should resist it, is to ask ourselves the question, why? Why did we want to be physicians in the first place? And why are our patients valuable? Here, Dr. Martin Lloyd-Jones can help us. Dr. Martin Lloyd-Jones, a member of the Royal College of Physicians in the early 1900s, once said to a group of medical students, "Somewhere in Pembrokeshire, a tombstone is said to bear the inscription, 'John Jones, born a man, died a grocer.' There are many whom I have had the privilege of meeting, whose tombstone might well bear the grim epitaph, 'Born a man, died a doctor.' The greatest danger which confronts the medical person is that he may become lost in his profession." I love that quote. Not because it's just a joyful quote, because it's one that makes us think and reflect on what it is that we do. There is wisdom in these words. There's danger of losing the patient in the doctor, and there's danger of losing what it means to be a doctor in the title. Remembering the value of those that we serve will not become easier as we go on. Sleepless nights and countless calls will surely push us to our limits. And opportunities to become embittered during our work will only multiply if we don't resist them. Therefore, we should be purposeful and intentional about valuing our patients, the patients without whom we would be out of work. The lives of those that we care for carries a value that is great. What makes entering into this profession valuable or meaningful? The answer is not in the knowledge that we have accumulated, although it is amazing. It is not in scientific acclaim or in prestige. It is not in the money that we make or in our lifestyle. The answer is in the people that we try to heal. The people who are valuable because God created them in his likeness. And he loved all people so that he sent his son, King Jesus, to die for their imperfections so that we might live the lives that we were intended. But whether or not you believe this, we must all reflect upon the question of the value of our patients because we recognize in them an enormous value. The tangible gains of being a physician don't do it. We have to get to the root of what we do. Therefore, our future endeavors should drive forward not from the motivation of doing great things for ourselves, but from the realization that human life is worth it. Worth the effort to serve and love all those in whom we see incomprehensibly great value. This is what we should remember about our patients. This is what we should remember about each other. Remember it as you go on from here. And I know that all of you will continue to do the amazing and deeply moving things that I've mentioned earlier, and even more than that. I'm really looking forward to hearing about those things and continuing to have a relationship with you. I really am joyful to celebrate with you as we go on from here, but it's also with sorrow that I say goodbye. And I'm so grateful for everyone who is standing here with us to celebrate as well. I wish you all the very best.
Thank you, Mr. Ashmore. Well done and congratulations. Now, class of 2018, the moment you've worked so hard for and your family has looked forward to. We're going to award the diplomas. Dr. Michael Ainsworth will read the names of the graduates, and Dr. Charles Mouton will help assist as regards the presentation of the diplomas. In order for the names to be heard clearly, please, although it's going to be difficult, please try to hold your applause until all the degrees have been conferred and the graduates have returned to their seats. Now, in recognition of academic excellence, selected students will have been designated for graduation with honors. The highest 15% of the graduating class is awarded 3 levels of academic honors. Of these, the top 2% are awarded summa cum laude, the next 5% magna cum laude, and the remaining 8% cum laude. The doctoral hood to be placed on the shoulders of the graduates signifies their academic achievement. The class of 2018 has selected 4 faculty members to conduct the hooding ceremony. These faculty members were chosen by the graduating class in recognition of their outstanding contributions to education. This year's faculty hooders are Dr. Jose Barral, who is professor in our Department of Neuroscience, Cell Biology, and Anatomy, Dr. Matthew Dashow, who is associate professor in our Department of Internal Medicine, Dr. Bernard Carnath, professor in the Department of Internal Medicine, and Dr. Jones Nichols, who's professor in our Departments of Internal Medicine and Microbiology and Immunology. Now, members of the class of 2018, please stand. Dr. Callender, as Dean of the Faculty of Medicine, I'd like to present to you the candidates for the degree Doctor of Medicine who have satisfactorily completed the prescribed curriculum and who have been certified by the Faculty of Medicine for the conferring of the degree Doctor of Medicine.
With the authority of the State of Texas and the University of Texas System Board of Regents, I hereby confer upon you the degree Doctor of Medicine with all rights, privileges, obligations, and responsibilities pertaining thereto. Congratulations.
Please be seated.
Graduates will have their picture taken as they receive the degree. These pictures will be given to them as a gift from the Dean of the School of Medicine. Graduates wearing a green, white, and gold cord have been elected to Alpha Omega Alpha, the only national medical honor society, and only the top 6th of the graduating class are eligible to be elected. Members are chosen based on academic excellence, service accomplishments, and demonstrated professionalism. The Texas Alpha chapter of AOA at UTMB, founded in 1920, is the oldest chapter in the state. Students wearing a gold cord are members of the Gold Humanism Honor Society. They were chosen for this honor by fellow students based on their demonstration of excellence in clinical care, leadership, compassion, and dedication to service. 3 members of the class of 2018 will receive the Doctor of Philosophy degree concurrent with the degree Doctor of Medicine. Their PhD degrees were recognized at the graduate school commencement exercises last month. 1 member of the class of 2018 will receive the Doctor of Philosophy degree in August of 2018. These graduates will receive a special medallion presented by the Director of the MD PhD Combined Degree Program, Dr. Jose Barral. Dr. Paul Hai Bowie. Dr. Bowie completed the Physician Healer Scholars Program and was a Gold-Headed Cane Award finalist, the John P. McGovern Academy of Oshlarian Medicine Student Award, and the Merck Manual Award. Dr. Logan Philip Grimes, cum laude. Dr. Grimes completed the Scope Scholars Program, was a Gold-Headed Cane Award finalist, and the Distinguished Student Award in Pediatrics. Dr. Carolyn Coyle Hessen. Dr. Hessen completed both the Scope and Bilingual Health Scholars programs, was a Gold-Headed Cane Award finalist, and the Benny O. White, MD, and Irene C. White Presidential Scholarship. Dr. Thomas Merrill Johnson, magna cum laude. Dr. Johnson completed the Community Engagement Scholars Program and was a Gold-Headed Cane Award finalist. Dr. Transen Vu Nguyen. Dr. Nguyen completed both the Scope and Physician Healer Scholars Program and was the 2018 Gold-Headed Cane Award winner, as well as the Hamilton Ford Award for Psychiatry and Medicine. Dr. Zachary Michael Ashmore, summa cum laude, the Campbell Family Scholarship in honor of Winfield M. Campbell, Jr., MD. Dr. Sofia Buenaventura. Dr. Eric Joseph Sanders, summa cum laude, the William N. and Ida Zen Alpha Omega Alpha Award, the Campbell Family Scholarship in honor of Winfield M. Campbell, Jr., MD, and the Edward Randall Medal for Academic Excellence. Dr. Jeffrey Ismail Abbas. Dr. Aisha Futu Abuisha. Dr. Abuisha completed both the Scope and Physician Healer Scholars programs. Dr. Nadia Shabazz Ahmed. She will be hooded by her sister, Dr. Mahia Khan, and sister, Dr. Rabia Ahmed. Dr. Jamshid Akevan. Dr. Tara Acuna. Dr. Acuna completed the Physician Healer Scholars Program. Dr. Christian Kyle Alch. Dr. Alch completed the Scope Scholars Program, the William L. Marr Award in Medicine, Student Scholar in the John P. McGovern Academy of Oslearian Medicine, and the Edward Randall Medal for Academic Excellence. Dr. Mohammed Ali, Lefebvre Scholar in Gerontology. Dr. Umbrat Hassan Omar Ali. Dr. Timothy Robert Allen, cum laude, who will be hooded by his father and UTMB alumnus class of 1988, Dr. Robert Allen. Dr. Morgan Lee Arnold, Edgar B. Smith Endowed Scholarship in Dermatology. Dr. Norberto Fabian Avila. Dr. Olewafa Fumilayo Modupe Babalola, cum laude, Student Scholar in the John P. McGovern Academy of Oslearian Medicine and John P. McGovern Practice of Medicine for Oslearian Essay Award, hooded by her sister, Dr. Ebun Babaloa. Dr. Akash Deep Batra. Dr. Matthew G. Bays. Dr. Rosemary Noel Beavers, Student Scholar, the John P. McGovern Academy of Oslearian Medicine, and William H. Nash, MD, Endowed Award in Obstetrics and Gynecology. Dr. Nicholas Constantines Burzy, cum laude, the Ivan Bruce Memorial Award. Dr. Jennifer Christina Blake. Dr. Bradley Ray Bowman. Dr. Bowman completed the Public Health Scholars Program and is hooded by his father, Dr. Van Reed Bowman. Dr. John Brooks Burris, hooded by his father and UTMB alumnus class of 1984, Dr. Brad Burris. Dr. Paola Bustillos, Herman A. Barnett Memorial Award. Dr. David James Kaltrider. Dr. Kaltrider completed the Physician Healer Scholars Program and is Student Scholar in the John P. McGovern Academy of Oslearian Medicine. Dr. Joseph A. Calvo. Thank you. Dr. Joey Otto Cavazos. Dr. Cavazos participated in the Honors Research Program and graduated summa cum laude. Also completed the Scope Scholars Program and recipient of the Merck Manual Award. Dr. Jeffrey L. Segelski, Herman A. Barnett Memorial Award. Dr. Alfredo Cepeda, Jr. Dr. Jeffrey Chingray Chang. Dr. Pamela Ahome Chavero. Dr. Chavero completed the Physician Healer Scholars Program. Dr. Jessica Rebecca Chernetsky. Dr. Neil Chandraban Chevli, magna cum laude. Dr. Ocheze Miriam Chekeze Daron. Dr. Philip David Cho, the Melvin H. Schreiber Award for Excellence in Radiology. Dr. Tina Ting Chung. Dr. Chung completed the Physician Healer Scholars Program. Dr. Benjamin Stephen Clifford. Dr. Megan Renee Cole. Dr. Andrew Zelsman Koski. Dr. Mary Tess Kroom. Dr. Crosby Mitchell Culp, magna cum laude. Dr. Culp completed the Physician Healer Scholars Program. Dr. Eric Michael David. Dr. David completed the Physician Healer Scholars Program. Dr. Ashley Nicole Davis, cum laude. Dr. Karen Christina de la Garza. Dr. Erwin Del Angel. Dr. Crystal Dawn De Leon. Dr. Caleb Diab, behooded by his father, Dr. Ali Diab, and brother, Dr. Nabi Diab. Dr. Mercy Inye Dixon. Dr. Dixon completed the Global Health Scholars Program. Thank you. Dr. Erin Elizabeth Deinhardt. Dr. Deinhardt completed both the Scope and Transitional Research Scholars Programs and winner of the Hambrock McGanity Award in Obstetrics and Gynecology. Dr. Wakar M. Diwan. Dr. Matthew Tion Un Don. Dr. Cecilia Hope Drennan. Dr. Drennan completed the Rural Health Scholars Program. Dr. Elizabeth Mercy Ekpo. Dr. Ekpo completed the Global Health Scholars Program and is hooded by his sister, Dr. Felicia Ekpo. Dr. Sharif Bahar El Halwaji. Dr. El Halwaji completed the Physician Healer Scholars Program. Dr. Armando Elizondo III. Dr. Benjamin Andrew Falk, magna cum laude. Dr. Joel Sean Fawn. Dr. Fawn completed the Physician Healer Scholars Program. Dr. Yumna Faruqi. Dr. Faruqi completed the Physician Healer Scholars Program. Dr. Andrew Craig Ferguson, magna cum laude. The John R. Calverley, MD Award for Excellence in Neurology, the John P. McGovern Academy Oslerian Medicine Award for Excellence in Basic Sciences or Humanities Selective Essay, the John P. McGovern Practice of 3 Medicine 3 Professionalism Essay Award, and the John P. McGovern Practice of Medicine 4 Oslerian Essay Award. Dr. Ryan Pierre Filardi, the Herman A. Barnett Memorial Award, hooded by father and UTMB alumnus class of 1984, Dr. Pierre Filardi. Dr. Eric Charles Fitz, Blocker Scholar, the L. Clark Stout Jr. Award for Excellence in Pathology, and Dr. Fitz received the Doctor of Philosophy degree from UTMB on May 18 in connection with the MD, PhD combined degree program. Dr. Catherine Marie Fitzwater. Dr. Fitzwater completed the Global Health Scholars Program and is an interprofessional education scholar. Dr. Elizabeth Ann Florence, the Hambrock McGanady Award in Obstetrics and Gynecology. Dr. Catherine Kate Fong. Dr. Fong completed the Medical Humanities Scholars Program and the Edward Randall Medal for Academic Excellence. Dr. Jonathan Mark Ford, magna cum laude, the Edward Randall Medal for Academic Excellence. Dr. Victoria Kathleen Gotza. Dr. Christopher David Gamarano. Dr. Gamarano completed the Transitional Research Scholars Program. Dr. Julian Cayetano Garcia. Dr. Garcia completed the Global Health Scholars Program. Dr. Ryan William Gates. Dr. Gates completed the Scope Scholars Program and is hooded by father Dr. Thomas Gates and brother Dr. Stephen Gates. Dr. Kristen Nicola Gill. Dr. Austin Clayton Glamser. Dr. Daniel Emilio Gonzalez, hooded by his father, Dr. Emilio Gonzalez. Dr. Robert James Good. Dr. Jason Tompkins Goodrum. Dr. Tuan Gawang Ha, cum laude. Dr. John Hartman. Dr. Hartman completed the Physician Healer Scholars Program. Dr. Shan He. Dr. He completed the Physician Healer Scholars Program. Dr. Andrea Nicole Heyer. Dr. Joshua Nasser Hernandez, the Donald Duncan Memorial Scholarship in Anatomy. Dr. Carl Frederick Hessen. Dr. Michael Christopher Hoffman. Dr. Paige Elizabeth Hoyer, magna cum laude, the Jack B. Alpern MD Award for Excellence in Internal Medicine, Amwas Glasgow Rubin Achievement Citation, Johanna Blummel Memorial Scholarship, Isabella H. Brackenridge Scholarship, Thomas W. Fries Memorial Award for Excellence in Dermatology, Mavis P. Kelsey Scholar, and William Todd Mitchett Scholar. Dr. Jim Wee-Chun Su, Blocker Scholar. Dr. Su received the Doctor of Philosophy degree from UTMB on May 18 in connection with the MD-PhD combined degree program. Dr. Michael Sion Huang, the Edward Randall Medal for Academic Excellence. Dr. Daniel Aiden Hurwitz. Dr. Fahad Hussein. Dr. Yusur M. Ibrahim, hooded by her father, Dr. Mohammed Atala. Dr. Matthew O. Igbenigi, hooded by his sister, Dr. Vera Oyaburi, and sister and UTMB alumnus class of 2015, Dr. Sherry Igbenigi. Dr. Talha Ijaz, Blocker Scholar. Dr. Ijaz received the Doctor of Philosophy degree from UTMB on May 18 in connection with the MD-PhD combined degree program and will be hooded by sister, Dr. Amna Ijaz. Dr. Michael Ilanya. Dr. Natasha K. Aranzad. Dr. Aranzad completed the Global Health Scholars Program. Dr. Andrew Mark Janicki. Dr. Janicki completed the Physician Healer Scholars Program. Dr. Bilal Mohammed Jelani. Dr. Jelani completed the Physician Healer Scholars Program. Dr. Andrea Hindeman Johnson, magna cum laude, Amwas Glasgow Rubin Achievement Citation. Dr. David Maliakal Joseph. Dr. Haris Nagar Khan. Dr. Amy Lee Kong. Dr. Kong completed the Bilingual Health Scholars Program, hooded by sister Dr. Christine Kong and brother Dr. Kevin Tran. Dr. Jae-Soo Kim. Dr. Lily Yeon-Soo Kim, hooded by father, Dr. Nan Kim. Dr. Linda B. Kim. Dr. Kim completed the Global Health Scholars Program. Dr. Catherine Maria Kingry, hooded by father, Dr. Roy Kingry, and mother, Dr. Julia Huang. Dr. Nathan Elliott Kirsch. Dr. Adam Christopher Clay. Dr. Clay completed both the Global Health and Physician Healer Scholars programs. Dr. Christine Elizabeth Clay. Dr. Clay completed the Global Health Scholars program. Dr. Jennifer Ann Kolnhofer, hooded by her brother, Dr. Jeremy Taylor. Dr. Monisha Prudbadev Konana. Dr. Karen Corsa. Dr. Corsa completed the Bilingual Health Scholars Program, hooded by her mother, Dr. Kyril Broxton. Dr. Samuel Ogden Kreider. Dr. Molly Ann Kudella. Dr. Kudella completed the Physician Healer Scholars Program. Dr. Devin Sharon Laughlin. Dr. Laughlin completed the Scope Scholars Program. Dr. Hung Lei. Dr. Lei completed both the Scope and Public Health Scholars programs. Dr. Oliver Frederico Lee. Dr. Lee completed the Physician Healer Scholars Program. Dr. James Alexander Leidner. Dr. Megan Therese Lisak. Dr. Raymond Tian Lee. Dr. Kevin Gary Lin. Dr. Han Wu Ling, John P. McGovern Practice of Medicine 3 Professionalism Essay Award. Dr. Robert Liu. Dr. Alfred Rene Lopez. Dr. Jacob Thomas Maher. Dr. Maher completed the Physician Healer Scholars Program. Dr. Alonso Marone. Dr. Luisa Maria Martinez, Merck Manual Award. Dr. Carlos Julian Martinez Menendez. Dr. Whitney Amaris Maycock. Dr. Brian Namdi Umba, Division of Emergency Medicine Student Award. Dr. James Arthur McClintock. Dr. Joshua Tanner McGuire. Dr. Michaela Thunjame McKissick Hwin. Dr. Robert Adelbert McLaughlin III. Dr. McLaughlin completed the Community Engagement Scholars Program. Dr. Peter Wagdy Mashrecki. Dr. Sandra George Michael. Dr. Jessica Lauren Mahalik, Hambrock McGanity Award in Obstetrics and Gynecology and the Edward Randall Medal for Academic Excellence. Dr. Joshua Timothy Morgan. Dr. Morgan completed the Community Engagement Scholars Program, the Ed F. Bayouth MD and Glenn C. Coates MD Memorial Award in Family Medicine, the Claire Donovan Medical Education Scholarship, and Merck Manual Award. Dr. Nancy Esther Mugisha. Dr. Mugisha completed both the Scope and Global Health Scholars programs. Dr. Kinsey Nicole Murphy. Dr. Hillary Page Neufeld. Dr. Andrew Tan Nguyen. Dr. Cindy No Han Nguyen. Dr. Nguyen completed the Physician Healer Scholars Program. Dr. Peter Nguyen, hooded by Father Dr. Harold Nguyen. Dr. Benjamin Benud Nia, hooded by sister and UTMB alumnus class of 2011, Dr. Emily Nia. Dr. Nazreen Noor. Dr. Obina Joe Wokum, Jr. Thank you. Dr. Oluwatomisi Olorotimi Obafeme, cum laude, hooded by Father Adebisi Obafeme. Dr. Michael Uzoma Ohabugiro. Dr. Ohabugiro completed the Public Health Scholars Program. Dr. Rukayat Omalola Okunu. Dr. Okunu completed both the Scope and Physician Healer Scholars Program. Dr. Navin Stephen Orjatham, hooded by Father Dr. Edward Orjatham. Dr. Emmanuel Imnomdi Osadebe. Dr. Midhat Patel, magna cum laude. The Edward Randall Medal for Academic Excellence, hooded by Father Dr. Nadeem Patel and Mother Dr. Anila Khan. Thank you. Dr. Shelby Faith Payne. Dr. Paulette Pham. Dr. Brooke Ingrid Player. Dr. Janika Prajapudi. Dr. Prajapudi completed both the Scope and Global Health Scholars programs. Dr. Mukul Keshav Ramakrishnan. Dr. Hunad Nasser Rana, the Melvin H. Schreiber Award for Excellence in Radiology. Dr. Marian Balyena Regon. Dr. Aaron Booth Reagan. Dr. Spencer Timothy Reynolds, W.D. and Lauren L. Nicholson Award in Family Medicine, hooded by Father Dr. Timothy Reynolds. Dr. Kirk J. Richardson, cum laude, the Herman A. Barnett Memorial Award. Dr. Casey Ann Richburg, cum laude. Dr. Richburg completed the Physician Healer Scholars Program and the Amwa Glasgow Rubin Achievement Citation. Dr. Ryan Hartman Richter. Dr. Richter completed the Physician Healer Scholars Program. Dr. Barrett Charles Riddle. Dr. Tadsaporn Radbumrung, cum laude. Dr. Radbumrung completed the Physician Healer Scholars Program and the Curtis W. Lambert Scholarship. Dr. Eduardo Adrian Rodriguez, cum laude, student scholar in the John P. McGovern Academy of Oslerian Medicine. Dr. Dominic Andrew Ruiz. Dr. Alvaro Sanchez, Jr. Dr. Sanchez completed the Bilingual Health Scholars Program. Dr. Mohana Srithri Sanku, hooded by Mother Dr. Hema Malini Pia. Dr. Davina Sarah Sassoon. Dr. Sassoon completed the Physician Healer Scholars Program. Dr. Daniel Terry Schmidt, cum laude. Dr. Eric Scriver. Dr. Harrison Oliver Schofield, summa cum laude. Dr. Gwendolyn May Seaman. Dr. Albert Shee, TCEP Outstanding Medical Student Award. Dr. Adam Emmanuel Sierra. Dr. Stephen Joseph Sierra. Dr. Mikhaila Slivich, hooded by Father Dr. Milan Slivich. Dr. Joné Deshawn Snail. Dr. Snail completed the Global Health Scholars Program. Dr. Kevin Scott Stefanoff, summa cum laude, the John P. McGovern Practice of Medicine 1 Professionalism Essay Award. Dr. Shelby Suzanne Stribling. Dr. Craig Randall Thomas, cum laude, hooded by Father Dr. Christopher Thomas. Dr. Dominic Joseph Thomas. Dr. Alexandra Marie Towns. Dr. Mitchell Douglas Towns. Dr. Jacqueline Fook Tran, cum laude. Dr. Tran participated in the Honors Research Program and graduated summa cum laude, the Herman A. Barnett Memorial Award, and the Dean's Award for Research Excellence. Dr. Stephanie Lynn Tutak. Dr. Tutak completed both the Scope and Global Health Scholars programs. Dr. Afia G. Tumasi. Dr. Tumasi completed the Physician Healer Scholars Program. Dr. Travis James Urban, American Academy of Neurology Medical Student Prize for Excellence in Neurology, Lefevre Scholar in Gerontology, Alpha Omega Alpha Honor Society, and hooded by Father Dr. Randall Urban. Dr. Mojugan Vafihi. Dr. Bo Taylor Vandiver, magna cum laude. John P. McGovern Practice of Medicine for Oslarian Essay Award. Dr. Amanda Vela. Dr. Vela completed the Physician Healer Scholars Program. Dr. Andrew Michael Vela, hooded by Father Dr. Victor Vela. Dr. Oscar Gabriel Velos. Dr. Velos completed the Physician Healer Scholars Program. Dr. Elizabeth Christina Vilches. Dr. Paul Alexander Walden. Dr. Sean Jeffrey Walker, Jr. Dr. Logan Kyle Walsh, cum laude, the Edward Randall Medal for Academic Excellence and the Society for Academic Emergency Medicine Excellence in Emergency Medicine Award. Dr. Adam Jason Ward, cum laude. Dr. Austin William Warren. Dr. Kendrick Carol White. Dr. White completed the Rural Health Scholars Program. Dr. Robert Ryan Williams, magna cum laude. Dr. Nicholas Melon Wilson. Dr. Christopher Michael Wright. Dr. Jessica Wu, Herman A. Barnett Memorial Award. Dr. Leslie Amabel Agno Inalvez. Dr. Denli Ming Ki Yuan. Dr. E. Zhang.
Bravo. Now, Dr. Russell Snyder, Associate Professor and Vice Chair in our Department of Obstetrics and Gynecology, will lead this year's military commissioning ceremony. Dr. Snyder?
Thank you. Welcome. This is going to be the 18th commissioning ceremony that we've had, and I'd like to thank Drs. Callender and Jacobs for allowing us this opportunity at graduation. I'm also retired colonel in the United States Air Force and the sponsor for the Military Medical Student Association. This commissioning ceremony is a time-honored tradition, and just as this graduation recognizes the transition from student to physician, this ceremony recognizes the transition from student to military officer. And as taking this oath, these physicians become agents of the executive branch of the United States government appointed by the president, and pinning on of rank is the visible sign of this appointment and the commitment that these individuals are making to our military. These physicians will be officers first and physicians second as they enter the proud service to their country, taking care of all of our soldiers, sailors, Marines, and everybody on active duty, and equally important to all of their families back home. So at this point in time, I would like to ask soon-to-be captains Chikazia, Darren, and Richter to come forward. Go ahead. Come on. And then face me. Okay. All right. So if you'd raise your right hand, and I state your name. Having been appointed an officer in the United States Air Force, do solemnly swear that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic, that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same, that I take this obligation freely, without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion, and that I will well and faithfully discharge the duties of the office upon which I'm about to enter, so help me God. Congratulations. So if you come right over here right now, they're going to be, each of these officers are going to be pinned on by family members. For Captain Chikazia Darren, her husband Eugene, and their daughter Julia. And for Captain Richter, Father Ken, and Mother Doe Richter, and also grandmother Lonnie Hartman. So congratulations to these two new captains. So we also have two Army candidates. So If I could please have Captain Renee Cole and soon-to-be Captain Andrea Nicole Heyer come forward. So if you'd raise your right hand, I state your name. Having been appointed an officer in the United States Army, do solemnly swear or affirm that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic, that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same, that I take this obligation freely without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion, and that I will well and faithfully discharge the duties of the office upon which I'm about to enter. So help me God. Congratulations. And these two new Army officers are going to be pinned on by their family members. For Captain Cole, it's going to be Robert Cole and mother, who's also Colonel Renee Cole. And for Captain Heyer, she will be pinned on by retired Air Force Captain Larry DeMald. Congratulations to two new Army officers. Thank you.
Okay, will the doctors please rise? Dr. Bernard Tynath will administer the physician's oath to the graduating class. The gavel being used is made from wood of the oriental plane tree, under which Hippocrates is said to have taught on the island of Kos. It's a gift from the late Dr. Robert Cherry, class of 1926. Dr. Cornack?
Doctors, please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I do solemnly swear by whatever I hold most sacred. I will be loyal to the profession of medicine and just and generous to its members. That I will be loyal to the profession of medicine and just and generous to its members. That I will lead my life and practice my profession in uprightness and honor. That I will lead my life and practice my profession in uprightness and honor. That into whatsoever house I shall enter, it shall be for the good of the sick, to the utmost of my power, holding myself far aloof from wrong, from corruption, from the tempting of others to vice. That into whatsoever house I shall enter, it shall be for the good of the sick, to the utmost of my power, holding myself far aloof from wrong, from corruption, from the tempting of others. That I will exercise my profession solely for the cure of my patients, and will give no drug, perform no operation for a criminal purpose, even if solicited, far less suggested. that I will deal truthfully with my patients, respecting their autonomy. That whatsoever I shall see or hear of the lives of men, which is not fitting to be spoken, I will keep inviolably secret. These things do I swear. And now, should I be true to this, my oath, may prosperity and good repute be ever mine. The opposite, should I prove myself forsworn.
And now, should I be true to this, my oath, may prosperity and good repute be ever mine. The opposite, should I prove myself forsworn.
Congratulations, doctors.
Now, would the audience please stand and join Syncope in singing The Eyes of Texas?
The eyes of Texas are upon you all the livelong day. The eyes of Texas are upon you. You cannot get away. Do not think you can escape them, not from the night till early in the morn. The eyes of Texas are upon you. Till Gabriel blows his horn.
Thank you very much, Syncope. And now, ladies and gentlemen, please, one final round of applause for our new physicians, our new doctors. So, last item, following the benediction, we're asking all the members of the audience to remain seated until the faculty members and graduates have recessed. Chaplain?
May you, a new generation of physicians, be reminded that every person you treat and heal with compassion and dignity also bears the divine image. May God continue to bestow abundant blessings upon this institution and its faculty as they continue to create tomorrow's medicine today by discovery and application of new knowledge and by continuing to inspire lifelong learning and clinical excellence. May the supportive action of your families continue to be paid forward by this generation of physicians as they seek to enhance the well-being of our global community through the expansion of the frontiers of basic and applied scientific knowledge and its transition from the bench to the bedside. May the Lord bless you and keep you as you go forward from this juncture of your life. Amen.